From secret academies to hidden realms, these shows immerse us in the captivating realm of spellbinding education, where aspiring young witches, wizards, and other magical beings harness their abilities, unravel mysteries, and navigate the challenges of both magic and adolescence. So grab your wands, open your spellbooks, and let's dive into the enchanting world of the best TV shows about magic schools. A quick disclaimer before we start. Keep in mind that in this countdown, we're featuring only live-action TV series and that the shows are listed in no particular order. With that out of the way, this is TV Show Pilot, and here are our top 10 TV shows about magic schools. Legacies. We'll kick off this list with a show that's steeped in supernatural lore. The second spin-off of the hit series The Vampire Diaries, Legacies follows the storyline that was established during TVD's first spin-off series, The Originals. On Legacies, we follow Hope Michelson, the daughter of vampire-werewolf hybrid Klaus and werewolf Haley. Hope is 17 years old and a descendant of very powerful vampire, witch, and werewolf bloodlines. So, with her parents gone, she has to rely on the guidance of the teachers at the Salvatore School for the Young and Gifted. The school, founded by TVD's Alaric Saltzman and Caroline Forbes, is intended as a place for young people like Hope to learn to control and hone their abilities and impulses. While there, Hope becomes friends with other supernaturals, including Alaric and Caroline's witch daughters Josie and Lizzie, and faces a whole new set of obstacles both inside and outside the school. Hex. This British supernatural drama that aired for 2 seasons back in the early 2000s takes place at Meddenham Hall, a remote English boarding school that was the site of an 18th century witchcraft scandal. Hex tells the story of Cassie Hughes, who is a descendant of Meddenham witches, the same witches that were tried and executed at the school's grounds 200 years ago. Now, Cassie has to learn how to control her growing powers, which is made harder when Cassie crosses paths with the leader of the Nephilim, the fallen angel, Azazel. And as Cassie unravels the secrets of her own heritage, she becomes entangled in a dangerous world of witchcraft, demons, and ancient prophecies. The Magicians.
Hello? You need help?
Based on Lev Grossman's novel of the same name, Sci-Fi's The Magicians is set at the Brakebills University for Magical Pedagogy, a secretive institution for magicians. We primarily follow Quentin Coldwater, a new student at Brakebills with one goal in mind: to become a magician. However, Quentin gets a little more than he bargained for, because soon he discovers that Fillory, the magical world he read about in his beloved book series, is actually real and posing a serious threat to humanity. So now Quentin and his friends have to navigate the challenges of mastering their magical abilities while facing formidable threats and dark forces. Motherland, Fort Salem.
Make a place for me and my kind, and we will win your wars. That was before we were even America.
Freeform supernatural drama Motherland, Fort Salem takes us to a different kind of school, but an extremely fascinating one nonetheless. Motherland, Fort Salem is set in an alternative world where America ended the persecution of witches 300 years ago. So now, according to an agreement called the Salem Accords, all witches must serve in the United States Witch Armed Forces. The show follows 3 of the Witch Army's newest soldiers, Rael Collar, Abigail Bellwether, and Tally Craven, as they undergo training for combat witchcraft to prepare for deployment against the Spree, a terrorist organization fighting against the military conscription of witches. American Horror Story.
Mother, we offer this flesh up to you, blood, life, and all. Jesus, Sabrina, relax. We're just messing with you.
Coven. American Horror Story anthology franchise is famous for its unsettling and atmospheric storytelling. So it's no wonder that it tackled a witch story in its third season. Titled American Horror Story Coven, this season follows a small group of young witches attending Miss Robichaud's Academy, a special school for witches led by headmistress Cordelia Fox, a witch who can see visions of the past and future. Though the Academy's main purpose is to help young witches strengthen and control their powers while maintaining a suitable life in the modern world, there is still also the question of who will become powerful enough to be named the next Supreme, the witch that rules all other witches. This is the source of conflict not just between the girls at the Academy, but also between Cordelia and her mother Fiona, who is the current Supreme and determined to maintain her power. Chilling Adventures of Sabrina.
This is the same path the Greendale 13 that survived torture and imprisonment walked to the noose.
They kept their eyes straight ahead, fixed on the path. Mortals surrounded them on either side, and if any witch lifted their eyes to meet a human's gaze,
they were stoned to death on the spot.
Netflix's supernatural horror adaptation is a treat for all of us who grew up knowing Sabrina Spellman from the Archie comics or watched her on Sabrina the Teenage Witch. A stark departure from the lighter tone of previous adaptations, Chilling Adventures of Sabrina is a dark, coming-of-age story in which Sabrina attempts to come to terms with her dual nature as a half-human, half-witch. This internal battle is central to part 1 of the series. But after Sabrina accepts her fate as a witch, she begins her education at the Academy of the Unseen Arts, where she has to face a new host of problems involving the Church of Night, Lilith, and even Lucifer Morningstar himself. Will Sabrina and her friends be able to battle the dark forces threatening both the human world and their own? Check out The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina on Netflix and find out. Weirdsister College.
Omnes claritas, omnes vide, ocules vanitas, in
A bit of a lighter show with serious Harry Potter vibes that should be mentioned on this list is ITV's Weirdsister College. As a sequel to the British children's television series The Worst Witch, Weirdsister College continues the story of Mildred Hubble as she starts her first year at Weirdsister College, a university for students of magic. Since she started out as being completely new to the world of the supernatural, given that she comes from a non-witching family, Millie still messes up often. But her artistic skills and good nature allow her to get out of trouble and avoid getting expelled. And if you liked Weirdsister College but want an even more youthful take on magic schools, then you might want to check out the show's parent series, The Worst Witch, spin-off The New Worst Witch that follows Mildred's cousin Hetty, or Netflix's 2017 reboot of The Worst Witch. The Order.
What happened to you?
Nothing. What happened to you? Are we ready to go? Let's go.
Yes, finally. Are we ready?
Good to go.
I still think this is a bad idea.
Your objection will be noted in the minutes.
We're supposed to keep minutes?
Next, we have The Order, a Canadian-American supernatural series that premiered on Netflix in 2019. While the show is set at a school, it's not Belgrave University itself that's a school for the magical arts. In fact, it's just your regular old college, but it is hiding a dark and magical secret. College freshman Jack Morton is just starting off his university journey when he gets dragged into the underground world of magic and monsters. He is recruited into the Hermetic Order of the Blue Rose, a secret society that teaches magic and operates through the university system, recruiting students and professors alike. Soon, Jack finds himself in the middle of a battle between magic practitioners and werewolves, leading him to further uncover secrets about himself and his family. Fate, the Winx Saga.
I hear you're broken. In more ways than one.
A different take on magic school trope is Netflix's Fate: The Winx Saga, a series based on Nickelodeon's Italian-American animated series, Winx Club. Fate takes place in a magical world called the Otherworld, where fairies and other supernatural beings are the norm. We follow the story of Bloom, a young fire fairy who was raised by human parents on Earth. In an attempt to get a better grasp of her powers and discover who she really is, she enrolls at Alphia College, a magical boarding school located in the realm of Celeria. Her new roommates Aisha, Stella, Tara, and Musa help her discover the truth about her magical origins, all while preparing to protect themselves against the Burned Ones, monstrous creatures that terrorize the Otherworld. Wednesday.
You're joining the Black Cats? You're willing to do that? For me?
I want to humiliate Bianca so badly that the bitter taste of defeat burns in her throat.
Yeah, but mostly you're doing it because we're friends, right?
And last but not least, we have Wednesday, Netflix's Addams Family adaptation that quickly became a hit. As the name suggests, Wednesday follows Wednesday Addams, Gomez and Morticia's macabre daughter who starts to develop psychic abilities just like her mother. After getting expelled from her last normie high school, her parents send Wednesday to Nevermore Academy, a boarding school for outcasts that hosts sirens, vampires, werewolves, gorgons, and other creatures with special abilities. Wednesday doesn't want to be at Nevermore, the school where her parents fell in love and built a legacy. However, when gruesome murders start taking place near the school, Wednesday quickly becomes enthralled by them and finds that staying at Nevermore might not be so bad after all. Do you agree with our picks for the top TV shows about magic schools? Let us know in the comments. Check out tvshowpilot.com for the full list of the best magic school series. And don't forget to subscribe to the TV Show Pilot YouTube channel for more videos like this.